Hey guys, Luna with the Virtues Last Award. Last we left off, we just finished off with an escape room, and we just saved Alice from potentially hurting herself. And we were just about to talk about what is causing her sickness. So please pay attention.
You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
The gasp. If I had called everyone else back after I brought Alice to the infirmary, 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though. No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
Yeah. Clover's wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave him behind.
No! I'm not leaving! I'm staying here! Like heck I'm gonna leave Alice all alone! She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark. I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Whatever. She can do what she wants.
Huh?
I see. Dio and Tenmyoji's opponent in the next AB game is Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally, which I don't think I need to mention would be pretty favorable for Dio. If she stays, he's got an easy round.
Whoa. What are you saying? You think I'm gonna choose Betray?
Yeah, I do. Am I wrong?
Yes. Of course I'm gonna pick Ally. For one, Tenmyoji's gonna be in there with me. I can't just ignore his opinion and make my own choice, right?
No, I won't be going. I can't leave Quark here when he's like this. I'll be staying, just like Clover.
Hey, come on now. What is this?
Knock it off, Dio. He's too smart to let you make a scapegoat out of him.
What the hell? Why are you so suspicious of me?
Yes?
What if Dio stays behind too? If Clover, Tenmyoji, and Dio all don't vote, then everyone allies, right?
Oh, you don't know?
Know what?
This. You didn't find a note like this one?
Huh? Wait, what's this?
We found it in the archives.
Well, there sure as hell wasn't anything like that in the garden.
We didn't find one in the control room either.
Interesting. Apparently only the archive had one.
What does it say?
Why don't you read it for us, Sigma?
I'm guessing Dio's planted the bombs because he went into the garden. I think Dio went into the garden, so I think he's the one planting the bombs. It's weird feeling. I took the note from him and, still slightly confused, began to read. Here are some more AB Games rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
You see? At least one member of each trio must vote. Otherwise...
That means Kay has to vote. Quark and Alice certainly aren't in any condition to. If he doesn't, all 3 of them are screwed.
Wait a second. Kay's got 6 BP right now. His opponent is gonna have to default to ally. That means if Kay chooses Betray, he's gonna have 9 points.
You needn't worry. I have every intention of choosing ally.
Oh, give me a break. You expect us to just swallow your bullshit?
Oh dear. Dio, please, think for a moment. You do realize that Alice currently only has 1 BP, don't you? If I were to betray her, what would happen?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I am not so desperate to escape that I would be willing to kill. Therefore, I will definitely choose ally. Indeed, I really have no choice. Unless, of course, I wish to become a murderer.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We don't have time to argue about this. There's only one solution. Clover, you're going to have to go vote for us.
Huh?
What does that mean?
What, did I use big words? It means this.
I've never seen someone move that fast before, let alone someone as old as Timioji. In the blink of an eye, he's covered the few feet between himself and Dio and slammed a closed fist into the other man's face. Dio fell to his knees, wheezing for air. Timioji waited for half a second to make sure he was down, then turned to look at Clover.
He's not gonna stay down forever. Get out of here, Clover.
But...
You and Kay are in the same position now. I've only got 1 BP, just like Alice.
Interesting. So long as Tenmyoji doesn't vote, Clover's only choice is to choose ally.
Admittedly, there is a chance she might kill me.
Are you saying you trust me with your life?
That's about the size of it. Well, what the hell are you standing around for? Get! You don't need to worry about Alice. I'll keep a good eye on her, I promise. Now get moving!
Shoo, skip, go on.
You still don't trust me.
No, that's not it at all. I trust you, I just...
3 minutes remain.
3 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We need to go.
Come on. Okay, take care of Alice.
She'll be fine.
Aw, I like Timioji. Timioji's nice. That seemed to finally satisfy her and we were off. We ran as fast as we could, leaping through doors and tearing through rooms on our way back to the warehouse. Warehouse A. We don't need to see this title card every single time. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
You've got it all. You've all got a moon card, right?
Yes, we do.
Good. Then let's go. I don't know why everyone just didn't use the other room, but whatever. 4 AV gates yawned open as we swiped our cards. The 5th one, the one that Dio had opened, stayed empty. The 6th, which would have been Alice's, remained unopened. Kay and Clover quickly entered the 2nd and 3rd from the right, and Luna and I headed toward our own.
Hold on a minute.
What
We're going
is
to
it?
choose ally, right?
Yeah, why do you ask?
Of course we are.
You promise?
Sure, I promise.
Cross your heart?
Cross my heart.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt if you double-cross me.
Don't sweat it. I'm a man of my word. 5 frowned but said nothing and disappeared into her own AB room, the 2nd from the left. Luna and I nodded to one another and headed for the last one, the leftmost room. Okay.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Kind of curious, what does the vote look like? So there's slightly more stuff happening if I choose ally. I'm assuming it's ally at the very least. So let's choose that.
What are you going to do?
Well, I don't have a choice, do I? I promised. I said I would choose
Yes, but-
ally.
Phi has 6 BP. If she betrays us...
Yeah, she'll have 9 points. I know.
Right.
What do you think we should do, Luna?
It's your decision, Sigma. I'll be in the same position either way.
What?
You have 6 BP too, don't you? That means if we betray Phi, and she chooses Ally...
Then I would have 9 points.
Yes. You see? In either case, I could end up with someone in my group reaching their goal.
20 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
That's it. We don't have any time left. You have to make a choice.
Are you sure this is okay with you?
Yes.
Alright. I tried to face the bishop.
10 seconds remain
Why do I have
until
to-
Ambidex game polling closes.
Again, this is just game mechanics. You're just waiting to the very last second. But still, I would not wait to the very last second. What am I going to choose?
9, 8, 7,
Just let me push the button.
6, 5, 4,
Let me push a button. Stop counting down and thinking. It's impossible.
3, 2, 1.
Obviously, this is game mechanics, but still, I'm choosing Ally. I want to choose Ally. I promised. Vote has been recorded, and please wait.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
I think 5 probably choose between.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
I fight it betrayals. Feeling she might, but still. Luna and I step out of our AB room a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection awaiting for the announcement of the results.
You chose Ally, right? Are you sure that was okay?
Yeah. What else was I gonna do? I promised. It'll be fine. Yeah, totally fine. I'm sure Fi chose Ally too.
Really?
Come on, what's with you? Do you not trust Fi?
No, that's not what I mean. It's just...
Let's go have a look, shall we? Why are we even talking about this? We'll know what happened in just a few
You're
seconds.
right.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
Exactly. We'll know in a few seconds anyways.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
There's 4 it's the ally. Ally. Feeling she would choose betray. Of course she would.
Points have been assigned or subtracted
She's going to
accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Of course you wanted to escape. Hey, what the hell is this? Why'd you choose betray? I thought you promised.
We? I don't remember that. You promised me. You said you'd choose Ally, but I don't recall promising you anything. I was free to choose whatever I wanted.
Hold
You
on.
should have seen this coming. I told you I'd make you pay. And now I am.
Huh? I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about.
You reap what you sow. This is your fault. You chose betray first.
First? Do you mean in round 1?
No, I mean the first round too.
Have you lost it? Take a real good look at the results up there. This is round 2. My vote was allies, yours was betray. I didn't betray you. I never betrayed you.
Yes, you have. Remember? Oh, don't lie to me, Sigma. Drop the act. There's no way you don't know by now.
Know about what?
What's happening to you?
Yeah, so both of us are time jumpers of sorts.
The strange things you've been seeing.
Do you mean the premonitions? I wanted to say it, but the word formed itself in my mouth. I felt a tingle across the back of my neck. Someone was looking at me. I turned around to see Luna, Clover, and Kay.
What are the two of you talking about?
It's nothing. Forget about it.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. You were the only person who chose to betray this round. Is there some connection to what you and Sigma were discussing?
Yes, there is a connection, but you wouldn't believe me.
You don't know that. We might believe a lot.
I looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off into the distance, and I could see her mind working. Finally, she sighed and spoke.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here.
Huh?
Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving. Through the number 9 door.
Yeah, he's leaving. Hey, wait. I scrambled around in front of her and threw my arms out.
You're in my way. Move.
No, I'm not letting you go. What happened to you? I didn't think you were the kind of person who ditched the rest of us so you could get away.
When someone betrays your trust, feels like a part of you dies. For me, I guess it was the part that cared. I don't think you have even the slightest idea what that feels like.
Betrayers. What are you saying?
Whatever. Just get out of my way.
No, I'm not moving.
I see. Then you leave me no choice.
As she spoke, Phi bent down. Then shot up into the air and over my head. Spun around to see her standing next to the number 9 door, her hand on the lever.
Nice try.
She grinned and tightened her grip on the lever.
Plaudite, acta est fabula.
Plaudite. I don't remember what plaudite means, but the act is fabulous. Like, I know est fabula is. It is fabulous, so I think the act is fabulous. What? How's that?
It's Latin. Applaud. The play has ended.
Oh, the play has ended.
That's what it means.
Latin?
See you later.
Wait, stop! A bolt of searing light towards the brain. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Continued. And I'm gonna go see what happens when I choose the... So that we're locked by something here, but for now, let's jump back to here and choose Betray this time. So let's see what happens, shall we?
One minute
We
remains.
saw this before, yada yada yada. And I'm gonna choose Betray this time. And yeah, everyone's talking, blah 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 blah. Excuse me, a little sleepy. Luna and I had stepped out of our AB room and a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection, awaiting the announcement of the results.
So, you chose Betray. Did you do it to protect yourself? Were you worried that Phi might choose Betray?
That's a good question.
Huh?
I'm honestly not sure myself why I did it.
Well, we should go see the results. I want to see how Kay and Clover voted.
Right, let's go then.
Results from round. Please direct your
Here you see this. There's the faces. Ally, 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 ally. betray its ally. Just like in the first round where when we switched our votes, they swapped as well.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Well played, Sigma. I guess a promise means a lot to you.
I had nothing to say. She was right. I'd broken a promise.
Why did you do it? Nothing to say? I guess I misjudged you. I thought you were better than this. That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do. Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere.
Something, if probably a lapse after this occasion. Not. I know it says a familiar word. Protest to Jupiter for the consequences. What's that?
A Latin proverb.
What does it mean? Yeah.
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
Okay, so my Latin's a little rusty, but I can. I'm trying my best to try and translate before you guys can figure it out or see it in this
Jupiter
case.
is a Roman god. Actually, he's kind of the Roman god. He's in charge of all the others. Not even Jupiter, the ruler of the gods, can take back what's been done. You did something bad. You're not gonna get a chance to take it back.
I turned away from Phi. I couldn't stand to look at her anymore. In front of me were Kay and Clover. Their eyes bore into me with cold disapproval, and I looked away. They both had chosen ally as promised. The only person who'd betrayed anyone was me. The only person with 9 BP was me. Little wonder I wasn't very popular.
What do you intend to do?
You aren't thinking about trying to open the number 9 door, are you?
For a moment, I considered the unthinkable. Could I break through them and reach the door? Once I was through, I'd be out of the game and free from their judgment. But no, I couldn't do that. How could I possibly justify leaving them all behind so I could escape on my own? Why hadn't I chosen betray? In my memory, it seemed like an almost flippable choice, as if I'd just been curious to see what would happen. If betrayal was what I wanted, I should have made that choice with commitment. But there I was, and I couldn't turn back. Even if I didn't try to open the number 9 door, they would all be suspicious of anything I did. Trust is easy to break and hard to repair. Unless I could somehow turn back the clock, I was stuck with the consequences of my actions.
Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
How could I do something that was beyond the reach of a god? Why hadn't I just chosen ally? What would be happening to me right now? What if? And Phi spoke, and I blinked.
Sigma, we're just doing this to be safe. We can't let you run around with 9 BP. I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep for a little while, okay?
Huh? I started to turn around, but it was already too late. I felt a heavy slam into the back of and then everything went dark. Over. That wasn't supposed to happen. Every ending begins somewhere. Curious. So our first battle end. So yeah, how do you stop Phi? Now we can go back over since we now know what. So.
You chose ally, right? Are you sure that was okay?
Yeah, of course. Phi
You
did
sound
too.
pretty sure of yourself.
Oh yeah, so are you sure that was okay? Yeah, of course. Phi did too. I'm pretty sure of yourself. Oh, it's not confidence. I already know.
What?
Let's just go have a look, shall we? We'll know pretty quick whether I knew or anything or not.
Okay, let's go.
And we go over, see the results, and yada yada yada.
Results from round. Please.
There you go, we see the faces. Betray. What the hell? Why did you choose Betray? You chose Ally before.
I see. So you remember it too. The other round 2.
What? That wasn't even close to the response I expected. It felt anticlimactic. Hey, hold on a minute here. You know? You remember how I chose Betray last time in round 2?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose Betray this time? Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay?
Yeah, I do remember that. Then this is you making me pay.
Yes.
Wait. No, that didn't make any sense. Something wasn't right. How could we both know about an earlier round 2? How could there have been an earlier round 2? Was it some sort of alternative history? What the hell was I thinking? That's just conspiracy theory shit. Even if there was some sort of alternative timeline or universe or whatever, there was no way I could know about what happened in it. No way I could know. At least, I didn't think there was any way I could know. But if I could, then how? I remembered Fi choosing Ally, then scowling at me when I broke my promise and swearing revenge.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay. Even if it's the last thing I do.
We just saw this. Why did I know that? Perhaps more importantly, why did Fi remember it? What the hell did any of this mean? It happened before, hadn't it? During round 1 of the AP game when I was playing against Alice. I'd seen something. Fi and I had chosen Betray, but for some reason I'd seen a reality where we chosen Ally instead. Suddenly I realized that I wasn't alone. I looked up to see Luna, Clover, and Kay. They all began to speak at once.
What happened?
Why did you choose Betray, Fi?
Yeah, you're the only one who didn't vote Ally.
I looked away and scowled. For several long moments her eyes stared off into the distance and I could see her mind working. Finally she sighed and spoke.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 9...
And then this is just her going to escape, jumping over, going to the door. I felt myself speaking before I even knew what the words were. Lapsum smell occasionum non esper potest Jupiter reprehend. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Are you sure this is how you want it to end? What about the nonary game? 0? The bomb? We still don't know the truth about any of it. If you leave now, we never will. Is that really what you want?
Fine.
I slowly let go of the lever. Why'd you do that? Phew. Look, I'm sorry about betraying you. I'm honestly not sure
Forget
why I
about
did
it. This time you chose Ally and I chose Betray. I think we're even.
What are you talking about?
When did you betray her? Are you talking about round 1?
No, we aren't talking about round 1 where...
Just drop it. There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh? I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Fi has decided to remain.
You've really changed your mind?
Yeah, I'll stick around a little longer. Like he said, I can't leave until we've figured out what's going on.
The AB game will continue until someone opens the number 9 door. If someone reaches 9 BP and doesn't open the door, the games will keep going.
Oh man, that's a relief. Please don't scare us like that again.
I see that's a repeated animation since all...
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round.
Yeah.
Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that
As long as
means-
you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the games once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right. Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah, what are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm the red solo.
I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair.
So cyan, yellow, and red. Wait, and magenta. Wait a second. If Luna and Clover are a magenta pair, Phi is a cyan pair, and Kay is a yellow pair, who the hell am I supposed to be?
The cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
How do you figure that?
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan?
Green and blue, right?
What color would you get by adding your red to that?
Red, green, and blue would be white.
Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to. In it was a set of white doors.
I skipped past the line. Found very similar set of white doors.
Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
And in warehouse 2.
Yeah, after we were finished in
Oh,
the
yeah.
garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about.
Yeah, she saw it too. Again, I accidentally skipped ahead. My apologies.
They had the same little lock thingies. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
I wonder what colors they are.
As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. I'm kind of worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
What is it?
Go on.
I mean, I meant to say something much earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Phi. She nodded back. The truth is...
What?
Oh yeah, about the bomb.
Oh no!
You found another bomb?
Where?
Yeah. In the garden.
No, that's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way! We checked every part of that room.
There was a number on this one too. It said 01. Since the one we found in the crew's quarters said 03 on it.
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
It could be even be 4 or 5. We don't know.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
Yeah, I agree.
But even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... Let's see...
About 2 hours. Quite a bit, actually.
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
That sounds good to me.
Right. I'll tell the others too.
Good. Let's go. Can't we just... I guess we're searching around, so... Not gonna mention that we have a potential decoder. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but still. Don't even know the password to decode it with, so... Now off we go. I wish there was a way to turn off this animation every time we're moving around, but sometimes it's helpful. Memento mori. Remember death. These are the white doors that Kay and Clover were talking about. Yeah, that's the lock thing, no question. These are chromatic doors.
So it seems. I've been here the whole time.
Seriously? I didn't even notice you at all.
Oh, I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
What do you want? Why are you stalking me?
I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here.
That's pretty much the same thing. What? How did you do it? You were totally silent. Batman?
I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
Yeah, actually. You also jumped super high, all the way up to the ceiling.
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
Yeah, that. Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Did the kid write that or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, they managed to write ninth wrong. Who puts an E in there?
You're right.
And again, maybe it means something?
Do you know what it means? The Latin part.
Now, give me a little credit. Even I know what memento mori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like beware of death or remember your mortality. Never forget that we'll all die someday. Guess it's sort of like a cautionary thing.
What about the other part?
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of condition about lines and suns? It's another code where you have to decipher it. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Well, let's see. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. Repeat the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. But perhaps if I...
Huh?
Latin. Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure more of it out.
Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
And how'd you know the phrase? Lapsum simul occasionum non ipse reprehendere.
Oh, that. That's from, this.
She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me. I hesitated for a moment, then took it.
Look at the back.
I turned it over. Lapsum simul occasionum non ipse protest Jupiter reprehendere. So I guess the I is pronounced like a J in Latin.
Yeah.
What is this?
A memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What does it mean?
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
What about your father?
Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive.
Oh. couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the push. I am your father.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant.
Yeah, you can see the little brooch right there.
Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel, occasionum, non ipsi protest Jupiter, reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone.
Yeah,
There's something else we need to do too, though.
Find the number 2 box.
Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So...
You're saying we should go somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started toward one of the exits. I followed. And back we go. Come on, you don't need to see this animation a million times. Archive. We're still on this. Since I know we're almost keep going to the end. The archives, good place to hide a bomb. Now, where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
So what about that Jupiter?
We can talk while we look. Now get started.
I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Fi spoke.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds. Yes.
Worlds?
I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds. Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Oh, kinda. I think I've heard it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say, I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
I had no idea what this was supposed. I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she asked. No, I'll do moonwalk. Slide.
Was that supposed to be moonwalking?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, sure. But you might want to try going backward next time, not forward.
Were you even looking? I was going backward. Watch. Slide.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Anyway, you just did the moonwalk, right?
Right.
But you could have chosen to scratch your head or cross your arms. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world, a world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things anyway? That's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Whoa. Hold on a second there. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision at that level? How different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
No.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you?
It's on, sure. I handed the box I've been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also... there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them next to it.
All right, everything's ready. Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for the...
This'll only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed lion.
From now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat.
Oh, man. This again?
Sorry. I can't
I find that hard to believe. Ugh. Fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
All right. What else do you see?
Wait, that's not even a pond. And so it's like half a pond and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material, and the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink.
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
It breaks, gas fills the box, and the cat inhales it, and death will whisk her away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
Then the cat lives to tell the tale.
Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
About 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I can't possibly know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
It's both. I'm gonna goat. The world's a harsh place for a cat. I have a feeling he lined the poor kitty's dead.
Nope, you're wrong.
It's a lie?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities,
then it's both alive and dead.
Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrödinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah, well, your series pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And if the moment the lid's open determines whether or not the cat is dead, then it's almost like the events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote? But what happened this time?
I chose Ally and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline?
I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That my choice in the future or altered your actions in the past.
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. When I chose an ally, Alice had chosen Betray. When I chosen Betray, she had done the opposite.
Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
She spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
All right. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
I guess 3. I have a feeling it's 3.
Okay. I'm going to open the lid. Good job. You got it right.
That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
3, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number.
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's crazy.
Anyway, That's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa, I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known, which, honestly, I'm probably not going to do it myself since it's such a minor thing, but I'm curious if you've already done one ending and you jump back to the very beginning rather than just to the specific choice, that you remember who Fi is and she might not know who you are, or vice versa, or something similar to that nature.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works, but whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we could think of to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
What's causing this then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would I start now? Why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just...
Just what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
You aren't kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us are locked up inside this box right now.
And what if you've got it backwards?
Backwards?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
Then the moment we step out of this place...
Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I can open my mouth to ask them...
Oh, good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it.
Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
How do you know there's not a number 4 somewhere? So could it be Luna setting the bombs then, maybe? I don't know. Maybe Dia. I don't know who's setting the bombs.
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found all of them then.
There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Exactly. Can you tell anyone about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where did they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. I and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
Yeah, nice. It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was a blue solo. This bracelet had made him a yellow pair, and Timioji's was a cyan pair. So what are our options for
The
groups?
next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
So the red, blue, and green for one solos have to go with one of the respective cyan, magenta, and yellow pair. I laid out what that would mean. Option A, I and Tamiyoshi cyan would pair with me red. A and Dio yellow would pair with Clark blue. Clover and Luna magenta would pair with Alice green.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah, any other combinations don't make white.
What about Alice and Clark? Luna said it was going to be a while until they wake up.
We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
We'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry it?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Clark?
He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Yeah. Clark's pretty light. Well, we still need to figure out what we're gonna do about this bomb. Alice said we should remove it. You should be safe as long as it's not triggered with your remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near as the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
Oh. You mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Yep, right over there.
The reactor.
Yeah, there is supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350.
If there really is that much, and if it does explode...
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
I'm glad they're explaining this bit, because I have no idea the rough estimates of this kind of thing. No, that's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
Know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, they...
Training for what?
My job?
Ah, of course. I didn't realize readers these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide, or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Well, she's right then.
And why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets! How much time do we have left?
What are you talking about?
How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
Ah, damn, we were supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hey, you haven't... You can't just follow after her and she's gone. She's right, we need to get going.
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
What? Okay, whatever.
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
When we arrived, everyone else is already back. Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly, and any traces of madness we'd seen earlier were long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own eyes.
So what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Five figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Couldn't get it to do anything, though. We plugged it in and a couple random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment.
For now, at least.
But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them,
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
exactly, that would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs?
My bet's DL or Luna.
Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes.
But
No buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent. Understand? No reason to wait. Let's get started. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? No? All right. Let's see. Huh?
Wait. You only need to search one person.
What?
Why? Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. Words were saying out of my mouth before I realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Five's gay nodded and then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. I don't know any of this. That person, you did it. The room was suddenly silent. And I'm guessing that's a locked ending because we... To be continued. Yeah, because we don't actually know who did it yet. Which... But for now, I shall sit here. And with that, we're going to end this here. I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path. wherever it might lead you into the future. Bye bye.